Hi, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam, here with the 14th session of the Planetary Fragments Dungeons & Dragons campaign. We have Austin as... he has a name.
No.
Jack. We'll get back to that one. We have Ryan as Rin, we have Bob as Yen, we have Nick as Tana.
Starts with a
Yarok?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first thing that came to mind. I'm like, no, that must be wrong. Last time, what did you do last time? Last time, the party.
We got here, we did a big fight, and now we're still here.
in the dark cavern, lit it up, aggroing foul beasts and demons, and they attacked them with guns and chainsaws, making a lot of noise. Growing defensive machines, had a near-deadly encounter, and you know that there are people in the caverns beyond that are aware of you and awaiting your arrival. And you kind of left things off. Ryan sort of at the, you've seen people in the next room over, and you're kind of in this little tunnel, and a couple of you over in this room. You've killed Winged Demon, Gorilla Demon, 2 of the Steel Predators, one of which has disappeared into the water. The other 3 are all just kind of laying about in the room in there. What do you do?
Heal self.
Lay on hands or actual heal?
Lay on hands.
I'm going to sneak back to Bob and say I'm going to sneak into the other room. I want to have the best chance I can. Can you bless me? Guidance.
Good luck. Wait. Nope. Sure can't.
Guidance is a cantrip.
I don't have guidance. I have told the dead, light, spare the dying, and thaumaturgy. I don't have guidance.
I have guidance.
Oh, then I do it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, good luck.
It's like, I know someone here has guidance.
I do the same thing.
Paladin,
Actually,
cleric.
gives you
One of you does.
Yeah, may our ancestors go with
Paladins don't get cantrips.
Mm.
Druids do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he's going.
At least they didn't until Toshra's Cauldron of Everything.
Yeah,
They
my
now
brother told
might
me I should
have
read that.
concepts.
So guidance. Then I'm going to cast Invisibility.
Okay. Now I'm seeing you may have an actual chance. I'm just like, you can get all the guidance you want. You got 3 people aimed at that door.
Just Bilbo Baggins your way in there.
Did anybody else besides me take damage?
I
We
took
we
like
all did.
11
Yeah, we
temp
all did.
damage.
Yeah, I have
I
like
got 11 damage to my temp HP, as I
4,
recall.
so, yeah. I've taken 4 damage.
I'm just really glad Adam does not have the time to edit in every time I guess at something that I don't remember from last time we were here. Can't edit it in, me being wrong. I'm just wrong if people are paying attention.
Presumably you've kept proper notes.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's
Your responsibility is to keep proper notes.
I thought it was to show up in a timely manner.
Your responsibility is to show up in a timely manner and keep proper notes.
Well, I'm good at half of that. 50%'s not failing, is it? Are we grading
Yes.
on a curve? Because if we're grading on the curve, Ryan, I need you to stop it, because you're blowing it. You're blowing it for all of
We
us.
have an A and failures. There is a reason that Ryan gets to sit with a computer in front of him and no one else does.
Oh, hey. Max is still alive.
So 20.
What are you doing?
Rolling stealth. Because even with invisibility, I don't trust it. So 31.
What are you doing?
I'm going to be sneaking over there.
Oh, good God, Adam.
Hey, he spent a lot of money for this pretties.
And yet we can't get a camera that doesn't cool in a timely manner.
Hey, it's very pretty though.
I'm just saying.
Hey, they even flicker.
Yeah, they're torches. Of course they flicker.
Flicker, barely even know her.
Why not just continual flame?
Yeah, so we have this room in here. And so what are you trying to...
Well, get in, and I'm looking around.
I cast a spell.
What do you cast?
I'm using Aura of Vitality.
Yeah, while he was doing that, I used lay on hands on myself and Genji.
I'll keep track, yeah, because it's a 1 minute duration spell and it heals on each round.
Is that the one where y'all gather up into the circle?
It's a bonus action. So, yeah, I couldn't do more than one person anyway because I don't have 2 bonus actions.
I just know one of them.
You're at least in the 20s, right?
31, and they have disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage.
I'm not going to roll my disadvantage unless someone succeeds.
Yes, unless someone gets above the 31.
I'm like, that is
So
a
you
waste
don't-
of my time.
Yeah, don't waste your 20s. Because that's how that works.
So I have to find which ones are in this room. I'm not going to bother looking up the 4th one because it's not going to have a plus 29. It's like, let me roll the dice first because... Like,
Why not?
It might be irrelevant.
Yeah, it might be totes relevant.
Okay, so you've walked in here. You have those two and this one each have I think crossbows. I think the other ones, or bows. I think a crossbow aimed at it, and this guy's sitting there with his little blade.
Okay. I'll take time unless
Yeah, big sword.
they start moving. I'm gonna make a perception check, make sure no one's hiding. +7. 22.
You do not believe there is anyone hiding in this room, other than perhaps the couple that you can already see by entering that far into it,
Okay.
that are partially covered from the entrance, but...
And after searching, do any of them have stuff at their feet that, like a quiver or something, that I could steal to make them less combat effective?
Nothing that's not on their person as they would move around the room. Nothing like sitting next to them now.
How difficult do I think it would be to steal the quarrels out of a quiver? The bolts.
Excessively?
Oh, okay.
Without getting noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, admittedly, there's a decent chance you feel pretty confident you could grab a handful and just toss it across the room before they're turned to you and be like, bro!
But I believe
But at that point, they would be down to just the one like bolt that they have, and then their melee weapon. But they're probably going to go for the melee weapon at the point where they're.
Hey,
I don't know. Interacting with an object, I don't think that breaks stealth.
no, that's why it would be a sleight of hand check.
You'd still be invisible.
Mm-hmm. I'd still be invisible, but they might get cautious if I failed the sleight of hand.
There's a ghost. He's stealing my ammo.
Okay.
It's not a ghost.
For one, grabbing the item after you're invisible would not then turn it invisible.
Oh, okay.
So you would now be holding a visible thing.
I will look. You can't see it, but there's a door there.
Yeah, it's a big door.
You also feel opening that would definitely give away.
Oh, yeah. I do.
If anything, you notice this guy
Mhm.
over here is probably keeping equal watch kind of back and forth.
I will go to the door and examine it to see if I can see through it, like keyhole underneath any of that, or is it a well-made door in this cave with no gaps?
Yeah, you can make a investigation check.
Natural 20.
See, that'd be real money. Put a bunch of C4 underneath everyone's feet while they're sitting here waiting.
Mm-hmm. Investigation 8.
Hold on. What do they get? What do they get? Hold on. you're messing around, I'm giving everyone a new perception check.
Okay.
That 25 is really good, but it's still not your 31.
No, I came in here to be stealthy.
Okay. Yeah, you're lying on the ground, and it's the base level where it's under there where you can see. You can see that there looks to be further defensive. Looks like it is definitely more of a, like a stone room rather than this natural cavern. You can get the feeling from others that there is a defensive line set up in there as well.
Okay.
So you also feel like there are people that are standing and prepared in that point too.
We should come back and close this portal.
We need that portal. Well,
We've got the machine that can reopen it.
I've never found the thing that the portal gun will open portals.
Oh.
No. He could shrink it, and then we could re-enlarge it. That would be an option.
Which would mean that someone would have to have one of the devices in order to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let's sneak back out here. Let everyone know what I found. Guys in the corner, all with prepared aiming bows out there. Guy with a sword, and another defensive room with another defense line.
So while he's doing that, what are you guys all back in this defensive
How
area?
many rounds has it been?
Probably around your invisibility is 10 minutes.
I believe it's ours.
Okay, it's probably been about 2 minutes.
Okay, so I'm fully... I got all my rounds off. That's what, 20 d6s?
Yeah, do you need any healing?
No, I just need to re-up on a temp HP.
Mm. Yeah, I don't have that. That'd be one of these two.
I've already burnt a couple spells on it. Like, when we get into combat, that only lasts. Do I want to try going where the predators came from, do you guys think?
See, I need...
Oh,
What, up there?
Yeah.
Ryan already went up there.
this one around.
Well, he's only gone so far as been what's been revealed.
Yeah.
He didn't go past the hole in the floor of mysterious occupancy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
That mysterious 10-foot by 10-foot hole.
Who else
Who knows what's in there?
has damage?
If you have... Well, I'm gone for those 2 minutes, so...
I think
aiming.
at this point, bigger issues
I was
are
able to
lost
heal
abilities than...
Did anybody else have damage?
It's like, I
No,
do,
Bob
but I'm
said
not...
he's fine.
I'm not there during that
Then
time.
Kiromaxis gets the remaining 19 HP of 2 rounds.
Hmm.
I needed 8 rounds of that healing.
Nice, so you're back up to full?
Yes. Sitting here like aura. Aww.
Yes. I will go up and check, given I'm still invisible.
Let's see. 19 for Kiromaxis.
I will look down the hole.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes down probably 15 or 20 feet. There's a couple bones down near the bottom. Otherwise...
Doesn't look like anything's in it.
How big is the hole?
Approximately, not exactly, but approximately 10 foot by 10 foot squared.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what's down there.
It's a 10 foot by 10 foot hole in the ground.
What would I keep at that?
Alright. You guys ready?
Do you want to?
Did
Step
you want
on
me
it?
to... Well, no, I was going to hop over it. But if you just want to charge that room, okay, I can go get into position.
I mean,
First, I would check and make sure this isn't Japan. And then you can deal with things with tentacles.
So come back down.
So you're not going to go check the other?
I don't know, Ryan was about to charge off into the other room. It's like...
I was thinking about it.
Mhm.
Wow.
Leroy?
It's like,
You could split up and each go different ways.
That's a bad idea.
But you could each go different ways.
I mean, last time that happened, I made a lot of money.
If you say something before I go up there, it's like, well, let's get ready to charge that. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna get ready to go and fight them.
Okay.
Here?
Yeah, these guys.
They are ranged attackers. I could easily go.
Well, I was going to sneak in first and wait for you guys to show up to, ambush the ambushers. So I'll go in first and get in position, then you guys can come after me.
Okay.
And telling you where they all are so they won't
I'll-
have surprise on you.
These are regular people. They're not like demons.
Yeah.
What were they?
There, as seen, there are elf, half elf, and
2 orcs?
half orcs,
Mhm.
half orc, probably.
Well, what are they?
Come-
Elves or orcs? Pick.
Yeah, you gave me a very limited choice. Although to be fair, I have some things that are not
half
just
elf,
those.
half elf, half orc.
2 half elves, a half orc, and an orc.
Yeah.
So are the half elves half orcs?
Well, yes, all half elves are half orcs.
So how do you decide whether you're a half elf or a half orc?
Whichever side's dominant and
Yeah.
skill sets you get.
Mm.
Can you still do Fey ancestry though?
No, not if it's not dominant. No.
Get back up. No 20s?
No 20s. It's like you went back in the room again. Everyone's still looking for you. You don't want to go up and put your hands around an arrow, ready to grab it when they fire it off.
But then come along, Kiramaxis.
You're looking for you.
No. Oh yeah, I'm on Kiramaxis. Kiramaxis is fine. He's almost full HP.
Yeah.
I am actually full HP. Did their weapons look particularly glowy?
I do examine for...
I want to do something
Oh,
before
they
you
look
step out
fine.
into
Not
the-
necessarily. Let's see.
I would like to act before whatever Yarok steps out into the open.
Well, what do you want?
Well, then tell him that.
Defense bonuses, or
No.
to go out there and somehow absorb all the hits yourself for bad reasoning?
No.
It's like, I'll take it.
Illusion? Yep, that's what I was thinking too.
Oh, yes. And...
Oh, they found it. It was an illusion. No, no.
Wait, so, ready?
I'm deciding whether I want to use Shield of Faith. I think I'm going to hold it down. We got the one spell up left.
Do you want Shield of Faith?
I think I'll hold on to it. Wait a minute, I have all these second level spell slots. I can just put a Shield of Faith in there. No reason not to.
Well,
Oh, I don't have Shield of Faith.
I give myself Shield of Faith. I'm like, right. Just because it doesn't have a bonus for upcasting doesn't mean you can't upcast.
So what are you doing?
I upcast Shield of Faith.
I go ahead and before
So as you're trying to pass,
as he's getting ready to go out and stuff.
you're obstructed here by the motorcycle that is blocking that path.
But yeah. So, but I'm going to.
And what are you doing? Staying.
Oh, I'm following behind the Kiramaxis.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and because they're whatever around this corner.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to sing out to them, and I'm going to say, "Consort with demons, be filled with my dread. You'll soon be among the dead."
Okay.
What are you doing?
Psychological warfare. In Small Soldiers, they did it with the Spice Girls as wannabe, but
Yeah. Small Soldiers, not to be confused with the movie Toy Soldiers, which is a very different movie.
never heard of that one. Small Soldiers, I saw like
Well, Small
8.5
Soldiers involves
times in theaters.
little cartoon action figure dudes. Toy Soldiers is a fairly realistic about a mob boss's kid.
27 intimidate check.
It was Intimidate, wasn't it?
and then do you have an illusion walk in front?
Yeah, I'm going to cast minor illusion.
You can do that. You want to put yourselves in initiative?
Sure.
$15.
22.
8.
20. Right? Yes.
Fireball's what? 4 one way, 4 the other.
Well, it's a 20-foot rate, so yeah.
Okay, I can get all 3 of these.
Yeah, that's right. Shield face only a bonus.
But
Actually. I don't have to cast it right.
You're not really giving them any sort of
Carrot.
yeah. I'm like to the extent of what you would be intimidating them to do.
Oh, he's trying to inspire them to attack the illusion.
yeah, I'm trying to freak them out.
What's your intimidate? What's your illusion?
I'm going to create a like a warrior.
Okay.
Yarok. I'll create a fake Yarok that comes out from around.
And you're able to make it move over.
No, I can't make it move. It's a minor illusion,
Okay.
but it appears.
So are they freaked out enough to just fire on the guy who just showed up there?
Okay.
After
And that's where you put it?
Yeah, that seems like a good.
There's only one of them that can see it there that has. And it was, what was the total?
27 for my intimidate. If that's what you're
Yeah,
asking.
that's what I mean. Sure. So while you're in there, she'll let loose an arrow and draw forth another. You see an arrow pass through your. Do you do anything with the rest of your turn?
No.
Now you're well. You're
Rev chainsaw. Yeah.
Well, do you continue blocking the archway?
No, I can get out of my way. I can
You
hit
can get out of my way.
Another ghost man.
I'll roll them each into this.
Neat. Man, my movement speed is going to get kind of silly soon.
You're a monk, it should.
I don't know, I have the ability, but do not infuse belts of springing and striding, though I could.
Okay. So after Rin, be them. And then Tana.
I pass.
Yen?
Pass. I was reading.
We're also playing a game here.
Yeah, come on, go with program.
To be fair, he was reading D&D stuff.
Yeah, I was reading about my skills and abilities. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to inconvenience you by pre-prepping what I want to do. Next time I wait for my
You're
turn
wasting
and start
time.
reading it.
You're wasting time.
He's
Yeah,
doing
I
it on
know.
purpose.
I know, I'm proving a point. Oh. The problem with this is I can't see the dang blocks.
Okay. 30 gets you here.
Neat. Can I see anyone from there?
Yes, you can see that archer that does not have a ready to action currently.
I wave. And then... What's this?
That's the
An illusion.
illusion.
It's him again. You just passed him, though.
It's Yarok. Fake Yarok.
How far away is the archer? Listen, these things are very pretty, but it's very hard for me to tell what's going on.
That is why
50, 60 feet.
60 feet.
It's really easy for me, and it will become pretty easy for you pretty quickly.
once you get the new table where all this is sunk down.
Yeah, you're looking down at it, yeah. That'll help, too. But also, just looking at it for a little bit, it gets a lot easier.
Okay.
Because there are also things, like, if you look at, like, some of the curves,
Mm-hmm.
if you go around the inside of the curve, you can actually cut off spaces.
Does 14 hit her?
Let's see, that would be an archer.
Best
No,
no.
I should probably move up since she's currently fighting. And no.
Okay. It's been so long since I failed to hit something. I rolled this guy for grenades going off course, right?
Scatter dice.
I believe, and you're aiming at her specifically?
Yes. So it goes one space off.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So
I think. So she's still within the blast radius.
yeah, she has
I
to
believe
roll
she
dex
gets to
save, but
decide.
Yeah.
DC 13. It doesn't matter. 4, 11, 15, so 7 damage. If she makes it, 15 if she does not.
Okay.
And then I'm going to throw another thermite grenade at her. And they are magical in nature. So a 17 or a 14. So 23.
I would hit.
Okay, so that's 6. 13. Ooh, big numbers. 24. And it is magical in nature. And then I'm going to go right back here. With my other 30 feet of movement. So I showed up, waved, threw grenades, and left. And for the record, I threw grenades like I was freaking Joe Montana.
Aiming again. Yarok.
Oh, yeah. Well, I come around this corner loud as can be, because I am not a quiet one with my big chunky self. And I tell them to shield of faith, dodge action.
Movement.
And I let them know that if they surrender peacefully, I guarantee them mercy and a fair trial in court.
After I just threw 2 grenades.
That's how you let them know you mean business.
Yeah, otherwise I move all the way up in here.
Otherwise, I
On
unleashed the
top of my
boar.
horse.
Did her
My
prepared
ram.
action trigger?
By all means, come at me, range attack.
Yeah, someone else will probably do that.
My AC is 26 right now against range attacks. And they have disadvantage.
Okay.
Zadel, the further you move up.
Yeah.
Are you not on Kiramaxis?
I am. Oh, yeah, he's got a better fly speed. I can go all the way in with fly speed if I wanted to.
That.
There we go.
So do you just trigger the one or multiple?
I block the archway.
No one shot.
No.
Rin.
How am I supposed to throw grenades if your stupid butt's in the way?
See? They're coming around to the idea of surrender.
Pass.
Nobody shot me.
As we wait, it's like, are they actually going to surrender to Austin?
Clop me and my giant ram.
Mm-hmm.
Do you speak Orcish?
I do.
Because you can hear the one off to your left shouting out, not to think about it. If he would give you such, I would give you none.
If you surrender to them, I'm going to try to stab you.
Oh, come back here. Yeah.
And officially it is attacking Kiramaxis.
It doesn't.
I'm sorry, no, you have to fight me.
Is it an attack roll?
It is an attack roll.
Then yes, it's me.
So that gives it disadvantage.
That's right. It's gotta hit me.
Because the only thing that can hit Kiramaxis is AoEs.
AC against melee is only 24.
With your shield of
With
face.
disadvantage, that is only 21.
Impressive, though.
What, +9? That's pretty good. Disadvantage. Phew.
Did he kill himself?
Yeah, he ran up swung, then ran away like a coward.
And backs up. And he clears the field for others to attack.
Reaction?
If
Yeah.
you'd like.
I make an attack roll with my sword. No, I'm on Kira Max's.
Lance.
So I make one with a lance when he leaves my attack range.
Mm-hmm.
Does 20 hit?
Yes.
Lance D12? D12 for Lance?
Yeah, that's right.
Lance D12? Yeah, Lance D12.
Yeah, it's the only other big weapon, except it has so many specifics.
15 mundane, non-magical piercing damage.
Normal armor on this one.
Having a mundane weapon at this point is almost like a point of pride. That's right. Not magical at all.
Well, we haven't actually bought or obtained a whole
This
lot
land's
of magic
100% legal.
I mean, yeah, that's, I guess, fits with your character.
100% legal.
By the way, eventually I'm going to be able to make common and... I want more of you guys in here, or at least this dagger guy to move up.
Not this lady can definitely see me and she's not shooting.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna give it... He's an orc.
So it is.
The long hair fool you.
That and the bulging chest, but orc.
Not sure if buff or boot.
Yeah, not sure if buff boobs. Can't quite tell. That's an awful thick bit of armor you're wearing.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it another turn.
Are you actively prepping for something, or?
No, because that'll have me already triggering the fireball.
Oh, if you're prepping for a spell, then yeah.
Well, it's not a spell, it's a grenade launcher. It's an item use, but...
But it counts as a, yeah.
You've already lashed it and set the fuse, man.
Yen?
I feel like Ryan hasn't had a turn since...
Ryan had a turn that Ryan passed on.
Oh, okay.
That's 30 feet as I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone in sight?
Nope. The person that was in sight last time seems to have moved.
Freaking rude.
Can't imagine why. They discovered they were in shot for grenades.
That's 10 more feet, right?
Yeah.
Can I see her now?
Yes. At which point? Yes. Does...
Now, does the question be, does it automatically get drawn or to you, or do you have to be within like 5 feet?
25 hit.
Oh, yeah, it totally does.
If he's not within 5 feet of me, I can't intercept.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Does Bob get covered?
Also, split my reaction.
Well,
okay.
more's the point. It's a missile.
11 piercing damage.
That's true.
It's a missile.
Make your luck missiles check, and if it's more than the damage, he's a monk.
I'm a monkey. That's 16. That's 15. Then plus 6 is 22.
Yeah, that is more than
More than
11.
11.
Okay. I get to throw it back at her.
I believe as a reaction?
You
Sounds
can
right.
catch a missile. I can spend a key point and make a range attack.
Keep
with-
going.
Key point there.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like there's going to be a limit on this.
It's gotta cost something.
Yep. It's like I'm familiar with 5th edition at this point.
You're not allowed to have infinite attacks because the enemy keeps shooting at you.
Ain't nothing free.
Okay, so does 20 hit?
Yes.
So, what damage do I do?
Is it just the normal damage? Is 1d6 plus 4 plus 1.
Plus 4?
Plus 1. Some plus 5, but 2 different sources.
What the?
Well, no, actually, it wouldn't be the plus 4 because
Unless it's
you wouldn't get to use her dex.
no, I would use mine, which is
Yeah,
plus
so 1d6
6.
plus 1 plus your dex.
Oh, okay.
She has a magical weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 10, 11.
The same. Back at you.
balanced as all things should be.
Excellent. And she's definitely in range. And, oh, I don't have to do double, because I'm betting that she's within 60 feet of me. Oh, no, 30 feet. Is she within 30?
No.
40. Dang. Alright, I can go 10 closer.
You can't really go 10 closer. You can go 5 closer, or 20 closer.
I'm not going 20 closer.
Okay, because
Then, yeah, I'm not going 5 closer either, because that was my point.
it's like there's a
Oh, well.
there's a tank in the way.
I am specifically blocking the archway.
After I threw the arrow back at her, I say, have you heard of horseshoes? This isn't that. And I throw hand
I don't
grenades.
actually choke pointing be that big of a deal because we've got one melee of them.
Prevents it from
Close still counts.
Okay,
I
well,
don't think they're going to get into melee,
one of them
so what's
misses.
flanking matter?
Oh, bollocks.
because they
It
have
takes
high
a-
attack rolls. If I need that, disadvantage
2
to
spaces. I'm not sure which way she try to bat it, but either way, it's not going to be outside
Yeah,
of
right in the back of his
the
head.
20-foot radius.
live. You know she doesn't like that guy. You know she doesn't like him.
It does keep him from being in
It
it.
was an accident. Just beans it right into the dude's head.
Oopsies.
I did watch that Tinner video. Scott Tinner.
8.
Yeah, right to the. Oh my God! The man, the myth, the legend.
15 damage.
Scott
DC
Sterling.
13. For
I love that man. Don't we all?
okay, so 8, 9, so 17 probably still doesn't hit.
Yes, it does.
Oh, well then she takes full damage and he gets to take damage too. That's 6, 8.
That's a dex save.
Yeah,
She said it was 8.
yeah. Might surprise you, but that time I rolled like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
We can tell.
That's rude.
Well, it's because usually you do a lot more than that. So
Yeah.
I figured it out.
This is 10 or 20.
That's 15.
That's 15. Okay.
All right. After Yen is them.
I get to play the cowardly monk.
Now, do they
I bet she
really
learned-
not want to surrender to the droops throwing grenades like wild?
Four arrows shoot about in your general direction.
I literally have an arrow catching shield. So
They all
most
just
most of
go
them
thump,
go
thump,
straight into the shield.
At least with your disadvantage thing, at least one of those ended up
Oh, yeah, sure.
not even making it close enough.
No, sure. But it's literally an
Yarok?
arrow magnet. Yeah. Well, I speak in Orcish, sincere in Orcish, and tell them any person who does not fire during this battle shall be shown clemency. I guarantee it. As a paladin of the Temple of Osiris, I uphold the laws of all creatures, and nobody is beyond its reach nor its mercy.
I bet Lady Archer's going to drop her bow. Lady
You're just
Archer's
saying
getting...
that because you've thrown multiple grenades at her.
She's been beamed with 4 grenades in one of her own arrows.
Can I fit through this archway?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I get in the archway so they can see me better. Better to fear me. And my immense mass.
Can I get past him?
If he lets you, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you're on the same team, it's up to you whether or not you're letting your party through. You're all able to fit through each other's space.
And you could totally fit a motorcycle through, a 7-foot space with him and his
Yeah.
mount
Yeah,
on the
horse,
other side.
the motorcycle might have problems.
Otherwise, yeah, dodge action.
But that's not currently effective at the point where you walked into the room.
I suppose, yeah, if we want to get semantic about the I'll give it to
Because
you.
that guy had a ready to action when he saw some. I don't think it matters with that roll.
Is it a range attack?
It is.
26.
Down he has more than the orc.
17. Well, there's a bolt that went towards you.
Then yeah, take the time to look at him and go, stay your hand, and you shall be shown mercy.
All of them have shot or attacked you so far. All 4 in this room have.
Redemption is not beyond you still.
You say as grenades just start flying over your shoulders.
But soon the time of judgment shall arrive.
And
It sounds like a motorcycle. You'll know it when it's coming.
Austin, you ended up with evasion, right?
Yes.
Yes.
If you see the leader, you can point him out to me, and I'll just start throwing grenades at that dude specifically.
Just looking at this kid going, son, don't.
This assassin half elf. Just no.
This path lies death.
spinning a short sword. Not quite acting yet. Once he blocks your advance forward.
Oh yeah, he's totally blocking me.
Blocks your advance forward. Rin?
Hmm.
40.
Well, what is the distance for these spaces?
Yeah, it's 10
5
feet
feet.
square. Yeah, see the big squares are made of 10 feet.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, okay. So whatever. These are 5 feet, and this one's 10 feet.
Well, this one's like a bigger piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can tell.
But usually they're
one of these
in,
little bricks is as a 10 by 10 square.
Yeah. So like 10.
1
so,
inch equals 5 feet.
Like
Yeah, this big
20 by
centerpiece
20.
is 30-30.
30.
That big centerpiece, it's one thing. That doesn't have a grid printed on it because they're
Yeah, it does.
demons.
meh.
That is not a grid.
Yes, it is a natural grid. It is easy to tell.
It's not.
Natural grid, like, trees. If you look at them, they are in a line.
I haven't gotten the wilderness set, but we'll get there.
Somehow I feel those are harder to tell than even this.
We'll get there.
The
You
problem
can't go
is,
through the ceiling.
well, you can, but you can't go through the assassin.
Yeah. Can't go through the assassin. Can I be in his space for the turn and then move out of it?
No.
You have to move through
You
it.
can't do anything while in his space other than continue moving.
Okay.
And again, the roof kind of dips down where they've divided this thing.
That's true. He blocking me's kind of useless. Blocking everyone else, less useless.
Hmm.
Keep.
Camera's hot. Watch out, you're knocking your own
I don't know.
sheets
Do you
around.
have any way of switching spots with me?
Oh, I've got it tucked underneath the board. It's not liable to fall.
No. I have no transposition abilities.
I pass it and tell him to get out the way.
you move forward a bit, look, move. Back up where the gate.
Yeah.
You could totally shoot an Eldritch Blast at her.
Yeah, right.
You didn't take that cantrip?
No, why would I?
Because it's a really useful one.
Don't need it.
Except for
No, I mean-
situations like such.
Forget about it.
After so that was Rin. Let's step forward here.
Yes, group up, you idiots.
To which the first one will attack.
Do the lives of your people mean so little to you?
I like that Austin taking dodge actions also gives him more free actions to talk and talk.
No.
It doesn't mechanically, but
I don't think
I would
that
just like
hits.
to point out your disadvantage basically did nothing on that one.
Didn't really help him.
Didn't harm him either, I suppose.
Dropped him by 1 point.
Champion will.
$24, I think your AC is versus melee.
Melee, yes, 24.
That one I heard.
Ooh, 14.
23.
It's +9, so
Well, 23 would be a miss.
you need a 20. You need a 15 or better.
Shove it.
Hey, it's a 1 in 4 chance.
Exactly, 1 in 4.
Except that it's
Except the disadvantage.
It's half, so it's
Oh.
like 1 in 16 or something.
Yeah, then math gets funky with fractions.
Tana.
Okay. I'm gonna put a fireball like here.
Since no one's dropped their weapons yet.
Mm-hmm.
That poor archer. She's got to be rethinking her life.
You think a lot of them. I mean, how much do they really want to die?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Then
If your question is, can you hit all of them
Yeah.
and Austin? Yes.
no, without hitting Austin.
You should be able to.
They are lined up pretty nicely.
Yes.
I mean, you'll probably hit you too, but
Nope.
you know what I like that casting a spell does?
breaks invisibility.
Breaks invisibility.
It
30
breaks invisibility.
Yeah. 31 damage, 15 reflex.
Okay.
Dex, I should say.
I didn't have reflex in all this stuff. Okay.
All of the bastards.
Why can't I roll that when attacking this guy?
Mhm.
Okay, so 15 to each?
Yeah.
Okay.
And are you running out of there like a crazy person?
Then I move behind this pillar, which blocks sight
Yeah.
from everyone, and hide.
That's true, he is hidden.
Gee! There's a pillar over there! The guy ran behind it!
He's gone forever.
These guys are babies. They don't have object permanency. 26. No object permanency.
"26 until they're on the other side of the pillar. Got it.
I'm
That's
just
true.
so
You know what that 26 has managed to do? The fact that you're casting a shadow out that direction, you managed to make it blend in with the pillar too.
That's true, there is a torch right there.
After Tana is Yen.
Oh, that's me. Okay, there. I can see Big Ugly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I say to Yarok, incoming. And then I'm going to start...
Starting at him?
I'm throwing it not at Yarok.
No, at champion.
Yeah, at that champ.
Yep.
The champ.
The champ. 12. Miss. And then 2 spaces. So it might actually...
I mean, it hits both of them and both of your friends.
Okay. Good luck.
Dex save?
And, yep.
DC 13?
Yes.
Ooh, natural 1.
How
Are you
far does
freaking
your aura
serious?
go out?
10 feet.
Oh, so I'm within your aura then?
That looks like 10
Yes.
feet to me.
Yes, you would be.
How
Plus
much?
4.
Okay, then I do make it on my 2.
Well, I'm trying to think. It's like...
Kiramax.
I don't know. So your aura, does it basically just originate from Kiramaxis?
Yes.
Okay, then yes, because otherwise that's making your center point larger in order to calculate that it's within distance. But yeah, if that...
The traditional rolling would be from edge of base.
But it's your aura, but you're on a larger base than normal. What's the damage?
That's how the custom force field works.
Sorry.
From the whole of the vehicle.
24.
24.
Cure Massive makes it, and he's got evasion too, so he's fine.
Don't worry, that
But
got
you
it
take
right.
24?
Oh, that's a good
Wow,
point.
what kind of damage?
So does
Fire.
that one. That one also has evasion. Don't take any. Thank you. Okay.
So, did you remember to reduce the fireball damage then?
I did not.
Well, if one of them has evasion, they didn't take 15.
I spend a reaction
That one hasn't been touched yet.
to use Absorb Elements and reduce the damage by 10. How much damage?
It was 24. So,
14.
alright, 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Absorb element?
Level 1.
It gives you resistance.
Does it?
Yeah, so it'd be half damage.
Oh, that gives you D6 damage.
Yeah, you
You
now
can-
have
on
a
the
magical
melee
weapon.
strike. Yeah.
Yeah, you now have extra damage on your melee attack.
17.
I misread that.
Yeah, it gives you resistance, half damage.
That's pretty good.
Mhm.
25 damage to champion.
Okay.
And then also everyone on Nate's, well, not Nick, but you two.
What's the range?
It is 5-foot radius.
Okay, so yeah, so you're out of that one. Okay.
Another save?
Yeah.
Ugh, 4.
No, it's 25.
Yeah.
That 10? I make 10? That's a fail, right?
Yeah, how are you so bad?
I'm rolling dice, man. I built a character so I can roll as small a number of dice as possible.
Hey, but Absorb Elements is still up, isn't it?
I think so. Until the start of your next turn, yeah. Alright.
So you're just there, roll. Do you get extra melee attacks with more fire? No.
But I still have resistance to fire damage.
Okay.
How much was the second?
25.
So another 12.
Yeah, another 12. I'm fine. Yeah, evasion does require you to make the save.
Yeah.
I get to add my shield's AC to my save, though.
I mean, you have to roll, like, what? And 6?
What's the save?
DC 13.
7. With the shield bonus, I get a +7. I get a +6 to dex saves.
Oh, is she shooting at me?
No.
They are choosing death. They do not require the clemency of the law.
Okay, so he.
No, the problem is I didn't run out and hide, therefore I get to die. I'm not allowed to, not do that.
19 hit.
Me?
Oh yeah, no, that hits him easy.
What line anything there?
Hey, maybe not, right?
I know the natural 20 does, but
Natural 20 is going to hurt.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to
I
do.
mean, natural 20 doesn't do a huge amount for this one. Natural 20 from him will hurt.
Well, he's fighting me, so.
Yeah.
Ha! Loser.
No.
Does not. Okay, so that one
That's
goes-
a trigger shield.
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh, good, because
Plus
this is only
5
one of their
AC.
attacks. So that natural 20 still hits, and that's gonna. So 14 damage from that critical. So that's not too bad.
No, I'll keep it.
It's like burn the reaction?
Yeah.
Then just. Well, you did shield. He already,
Yeah, shield. He has that until his turn.
but he already burned the reaction. He doesn't
he's
have
got
another
no
reaction.
reaction. So.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, you can't use
Okay.
another one.
Does 21 hit with your shield?
No.
No. Okay. Then the other arrows miss. So
See, Nick, it's nice to have 20.
Yarok?
DC.
Please give me enough base that I can get in there.
I can't move.
And just back up. Back up
But
enough
then I'd take attacks.
No, you don't. Disengage.
Then I'm not dodging.
Yeah, you are. Kirimaxis disengages. You dodge.
That's true. He can disengage. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's true. Kiromexes can't disengage for me while I'm dodging, and you can't target the mount because I'm on top of him. Which is hilarious.
So how far do you back up?
Hilarious.
Yeah, it just needs to be enough that I can get in there.
Well, yeah, I go ahead and I do that. Kiromex disengages. I maintain my dodge action. Actually, I'm moving back. I might as well not use my dodge action. But
You have a fiery lance.
Yeah, before I leave,
Yes,
as Kiromex's disengages.
Your turn is first. All of Kiromex's turn is after your turn. You take 100% of your turn, and then Kiromex's takes 100% of its turn. You don't get to mix and match them about there.
No, you can, because you can do attacks in between.
Not if you're using your mount movement, because you take your turn, and then, assuming you have an intelligent mount.
Yeah, it's an intelligent mount.
Which means it takes its own turn separate immediately after yours.
That's why the rules of mounts get kind of weird. It's because it gets really fuzzy when you're actually on top
if it's a controlled mount, you can act differently, but if you choose to have them act as independents, then they would be able to do other actions, including like make attack rolls and stuff.
It doesn't really matter. I drop my lance and I use my longsword, and I attack the boss.
Okay.
With my melee attack.
So you get extra fire damage too. If you hit.
I probably missed on attack 1. Does 12 hit?
No.
Ooh. Does 17 hit?
No.
We only get the 2 extra attacks, right?
Yeah. You are not a fighter.
Or barbarian. Barbarian.
Yeah, I do think.
Do not have to hit. I use a bonus action. Athletics. Me and what's his face? Opposed athletics.
Okay, dash, disengage, and dodge.
You swinging the sword, then grabbing the champion?
Yeah, you would still have to. It would, I guess, the way that functions, you could have it do all of its stuff before you. But its initiative changes to match yours. That doesn't mean that its turn is intermixed with yours, and you get extra actions for it to use during your turn. It's just there is no time between the two.
Yeah, the actions that it uses is limited to dash, disengage, and dodge.
Yeah. Okay, so what was the thing that happened with the...
He can make an athletics check. Or acrobatics.
The champion?
Yes. He made shoes.
It
is a physical contest.
Going to be an athletics.
Between him and a ram.
He needs to beat 27.
The 2 probably.
The 2 doesn't help.
He's on the ground.
Does 11?
I knock him down.
Prezoned.
Wait, this is a save?
No.
Nope.
Opposed check.
This was an opposed athletics check.
Fine.
There are no saves. As I retreat, I let them know. It's like, even now, it is not too late for you. I guarantee clemency for anyone who lays down their arms before this battle is done. As I slowly inch
as he's knocked to the ground, he shouts back again. Anyone who lays down arms will face my sword.
Fear him not. Soon he will be under the justice of law.
The justice of law sounds a lot like a chainsaw.
Yeah, the toothy justice of law.
Yeah, that was action, bonus action. I didn't use my reaction, but
you have time for that.
I'll save it.
That's that.
That's right. Spend half your movement, champion.
I think it's... Yeah.
He might see you.
He's redditing.
Oh, so he doesn't attack me?
No, he's readying. So, which technically means that there's a chance for Rin to interrupt the plans before...
Told you should have just tried to run through the barricade.
My turn?
Yeah.
Oh. He moved as a reaction?
No.
It was the assassin's turn.
Although you could do that. You could use your action to move and ready it. I will move in this situation. You can do that too. But no, the assassin did that and then readied an attack.
Oh, I didn't know he had a separate turn from the rest of the enemies.
All the
Yeah,
enemies
okay,
are
the only ones that are the same are the archers.
Might offer you some advantage.
Yes.
You crit fishing monster, you. Close enough.
Well, that's,
There you go.
Oh man, you know what? Because we were fighting monsters, I forgot. I totally had advantage on him. Because I'm on a horse and he's not. I have advantage on people who aren't on horses if they are not bigger than my horse.
You know, I could have just taken the cheap way out, looked in there, saw him in his metal armor, turn and burn.
Yeah, exactly. Cook and book.
Cook and book.
Cook and book. Heat metal.
Does
I have that spell.
this pillar
There's no
block
disengage
line of
distance.
effect to this
You can
character
just walk off
for
and
me?
they can't stop you.
That pillar would probably be the 9/10 cover, so that's not going to completely block, no.
Okay. Because I just need him to be able to be hit by the cone.
Does it involve a dexterity save?
Nope.
And should be, or an attack roll?
Nope.
Should be normal.
Alright. Go ahead and cast Sphere and hit all of them.
And how wide is that?
30 feet.
It's 30 feet wide line?
No, no,
cone?
it's a cone. 30-foot cone. Do I need to move to a different location in order to hit all of them?
And because it's trying to hit him
Who's
without aiming that way. Who is in this space here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just laying across it. Yeah.
You'd have to be like back here to hit everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically,
Or
you're
just
not
those
able to
three.
hit. Yeah.
So I'd have to move here in order to be able to hit everyone?
You get to choose not to include someone in the target.
No, and I just aim it that way.
You could
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, I hit them all, and they all...
And as this motorcycle just hovers over his face as he lays on the ground. That's weird. Whoa.
No, that's scary.
Yeah. Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
DC
Hey,
7.
that's a saving throw. You were excited about that earlier.
Yeah. We'll get to that when we get there.
Does damage break fear?
No.
Oh, okay.
And what's my DC?
17.
17 wisdom. So he's fine. She's not.
Does it break the assassin?
Maybe. What's getting through his dex and intelligence? Yes. Champion roll. Sorry, I already forgot. 13 or 16?
17.
17.
You have to deal with my DCs a lot more often.
Anything. I can burn them all. Nope, no. It's like I can burn through all of the daily uses of this ability. Did nothing. Okay. So, and the effect is fear.
Yes.
Anything in addition to that?
Don't they drop?
Yeah, they drop whatever they're holding.
Okay.
They become frightened for the duration. While frightened, must use a dash action to move away from the safest available road each of its turns, unless it's got nowhere to move. If the creature ends its turn within location where it doesn't have line of sight of you, the creature makes a wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends for that creature.
Okay. So you're saying they move away, dropping their stuff.
First thing is that they drop whatever they're holding.
Okay.
That happens immediately.
Mm-hmm.
To better engage that you now are no longer next to your items.
Yeah. Anyway, so who is frightened?
Do you get to know?
No.
You'll notice when one of them tries to run away.
He notices when they'll drop stuff.
He doesn't have it. He is still holding his weapons.
Yeah. So we got these two. Move over here.
Bad, Ryan. Gonna drop another fireball there. And unlike Austin, I would feel bad dropping it on you.
So,
I don't believe his mount has that power either.
No, I don't. But I'm close enough to these two guys, yeah.
To do what?
Be within 10 feet of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so they get hit by my Aura of Despair.
He has combos with fear.
Which does.
If a creature is frightened of you, its speed is reduced to 0 within the aura, and that creature takes psychic damage equal to half your paladin level when it starts its turn.
Okay.
So they can't move.
And what was with your specific fear thing? What did they have to do on their turn? Move away from you?
They have to dash, but now their speed's 0.
So they get to stand there and just take half his paladin level of damage with dropped items.
Okay.
And they don't get to take another roll at not being affected until after they leave the area.
Yep.
Unless they're monks, in which case they're allowed to.
Yeah.
Because monks have slippery minds, so they
Can't
can use an
willingly
action
move
to
closer,
get rid
but they can't move
of
at all right now, and disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls when the source of your fear is within sight.
Okay. Okay. Man, this is gonna get a lot more complex. Rin.
They could have just surrendered. This combat would be over.
Oh.
That's right. It's been happy movement.
You fool.
And now run into a corner.
If
Or-
he's afraid.
Actually, if he's afraid, he
will
can't.
pick up his weapon as part of his movement. That is a free action.
Yeah, he's coming to play with me.
You got a dash.
And when you're not in sight, they're on their turn. They're gonna not have to do that stuff
They can make a save when
They
they're
get
can
to
make
make
a
a
saving
save.
throw.
at the end of their turn. Or
It's probably.
I'm guessing you're no longer concentrating on your minor illusion.
It doesn't require concentration.
So that's just still there.
Yeah.
It's a still image.
Yeah, it's just a York.
Yeah.
It's a cutout. It's like a cutout.
When it ends its turn.
Okay, so he gets another save. The 17 plus.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be okay. So he's
No longer afraid.
no longer afraid.
I'm not afraid anymore. Just see a.
And shouts out again, for those who speak Orcish.
I think that's all of us.
Technically, unless you extra get it, you only have your race's language.
Yeah, I don't know it.
I'm a cleric and a scholar. I must say I got extra languages.
Okay, so you probably It's like there weren't a whole lot to learn. So yeah, you
I
probably
got one extra language.
I have elf.
Because there is a common between the two.
I have
Yeah.
elf, common, orc, and sylvan.
there's Orcish, Elven, and Common.
Mm-hmm.
Common being the one that people generally just speak. The others being the more traditional. It's like we have at this point just gotten this language works for everyone, but
So
we
it's not
still
as
there are
close
still
as-
lots of people that know.
Not as close as, say, like Spanish and Portuguese. If someone's talking Orcish, you could probably pick out what's bathroom.
Yeah, I mean they're all kind of in that level of
Yeah.
related to each other. There are a few languages for it not to be. Basically, shouts out to the send in the assistance. And
What's that door made of?
wood. It has like metal braces, but the main door is wood.
Tana?
Yeah.
Okay. Move back. As part of my movement action, I pick up whatever the assassin dropped. Because Champion just picked up his stuff as part of movement.
I take it.
You're planning to move out of his space anyways?
Yeah.
Okay, because essentially I would let him use his reaction to punch at you.
Hey!
Or he could... What?
Disadvantage.
Yeah, he'd have a disadvantage because he's frightened. But he still gets his reaction. how do I want to run this? Because it's in his space is the difference. It's actually in his space as opposed to when this one it was in his. You happen to reach into his space.
Well,
I'm going to say
take his reaction
he
to
takes
punch
his
me,
reaction.
but-
He punches you.
Attempts
Attempts to punch you. On a success, you're not able to get to the item.
He slaps your hand away.
Yeah, he's been. I have a 19 over here. What did I get on that end? 18. Okay, so
Oh,
he's
look at
probably gonna
that.
hit.
Yeah,
That might have hit me.
What's his strength? Because it's 1 plus that.
Hold on, I have to figure out. Here,
No,
this
I want
one's-
that dagger shield.
I want that dagger.
It's not a dagger.
Or
It's
whatever,
a short sword.
whatever it is.
It's mine now.
Yeah.
So that's puts me up to 22.
Okay.
No, you still might get it.
I don't think
It
it's
depends on what his strength is. If he's an assassin, I got his
he's
strength
not
heavy.
gonna.
Oh yeah, he's probably not version with his.
No, he doesn't get
No.
proficiency and gets
No,
strength.
it's just native that you're gonna. So yeah, you get it.
No.
My short sword.
It
Ow.
tingles with power.
Excellent. I need a new short
It
sword.
explodes when you pick it up.
Oh, I use short swords.
Flashes red, shouts out.
When you were saying I wasn't gonna give you guys any loot.
I mean, you still have it. It might disappear after the guy dies into a pile of leaves or something.
To be,
Good idea.
no, to be fair, our magical mace, our flails weren't in fact magical.
Yeah, they didn't have magic item cards built as for.
And
Okay.
also to point out, all these magical weapons look highly illegal.
No, it's fine. Legal for me.
Anyways, I'm gonna shoot him in the face.
Also, it's definitely evidence, so we gotta take it all anyway.
I don't know. They don't have it. I don't have it.
I'm gonna give you loot. Whether or not you get to keep it is really up to him.
No, it's up to me.
Well, it's up to how you interact with him.
No, I just go, you're not allowed to search me. He'll say, I know you have it, and I say, you're not allowed to search
I
me.
mean,
I am a Shaolin, you are not allowed to
can-
search me, it's illegal. And he goes,
no.
Technically,
not
it
happy
means-
with this.
It's not that you can't be searched for reason. It's that the reason to search you is not you're traveling.
Yeah,
yeah, but he has no rights.
I have tons of them right now, acting as an arbiter on behalf of a
What are
corporation.
you? So you're gonna shoot? You're gonna make like an attack roll, or
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just seeing if I had advantage or. And right now
I'm
he's got a
holding
power
on to
attack, which
if you
For
didn't-
evidence,
if you
until you
stayed
no longer have
close
rights.
and you meleeed, you'd have advantage from flanking.
oh, so he's within range of him.
Yeah, am I within 5 feet?
You're in the middle of things, but I'm assuming you're here because that puts you in 5 feet of both of them.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
It's like you were kind of in the middle of 6 spaces.
that,
These spaces are so easy to see. I do not get how these people are. I mean, is that not very evidence where the different spaces are? I mean,
No.
clearly,
well,
it's
somehow you stole my d6.
yeah.
Magic.
I had to roll damage against people.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
do you stay there and melee with the flanking, or
No, the gun still works and I still get sneak attack. So I just
Yes,
don't get
okay.
the advantage.
yeah?
Move back into flanking when you end your turn. What's he gonna do? Slap you?
True.
Not on his turn.
So
Oh yeah.
It's like on his turn he can't use his action to do that. You've locked him down.
Yeah.
You want to know the most annoying part of this? The other archer that you've locked down in the corner. the one that's not frightened of you.
was stuck.
I'm not scared. I just
Counterpoint, I think they are scared. I mean, they look pretty frightened.
No, he doesn't.
He
He looks angry.
He looks pretty frightened.
He looks pissed.
28. Not 28. 8.
28, yeah, I mean...
20. It is a 20.
you got it.
Yes.
He gets plus 18s to his attack.
What?
9, 10, 11, 13, 15, 20, plus 5. 25? Yeah.
Alright.
That's just a theremin. Playing a little background accompaniment.
I sometimes forget we're recording things.
That you're just being weird. Oh yeah, people will see this eventually.
If you notice that Bob is weird, leave a comment.
David.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
By the way, bro, bonus action dodge? Question mark?
Can you not phrase it thusly?
No, I believe you
Exclamation
can
point?
only dash or disengage.
Dash, disengage, and
Hide.
hide. Okay, yeah. It's like, what's
If
my
you're
cunning
a
action?
thief, you get a couple others, but you're not a thief.
They can use an object.
Yeah, and one other.
Use an object. Wand of Fireball as bonus actions.
That's activating a magic item.
Oh, that's different?
Which
Yep.
is different.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, then, yeah, I'll just have my... Yeah, screw it. Some people can't see me. Hide.
Hide from those people that can't see you.
Exactly.
I mean, the difference would be if someone, like, for example, this guy that left the room and got over his fear, if he then comes back in,
That's cute.
he would not immediately think, oh, that he's, you know,
Or when people come through the door.
Yeah.
So 15 plus 11, 26.
Okay.
As I'm just crashed down.
In general, your hide rolls are much better to you do it. Just as long as you remember him, I might come back to it later as someone comes in and I'm like, and he goes for you. You can be like, but I'm hidden, and then I'd be like, what was your number?
Now roll at disadvantage.
I hate you.
I love this cloak. It's so nice.
I hate you.
I've thought about just start expending
Crypto?
not crypto, infusions on getting the boots of Elven Crypt also.
I've got those.
What do they do?
They make it so you don't make any noise when you walk. They may also provide a mechanical benefit. But I really was just going for my large butt can walk through the forest and make no noise. No leaves crack, no branches break.
Just be the
I
stealthiest
am one
motherfucker.
with a nature. Because that's not an innate, druid power.
Closest you get is casting pass without trace or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it also gives you bonuses on
Tana is Yen.
when you
Oh.
have to move silently.
Is the champion wearing metal armor?
Believe so.
Excellent.
Yeah, plate armor.
Good.
Do you do something relevant to that?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Casting a level 4 heat metal on him.
That'd do it.
What was it? Burning Book?
Cooking book.
Cooking Book.
He gets disadvantage now.
He has a Constitution save, or he gets disadvantage. I
No.
just read it. It's Constitution or drop the object, and then they get disadvantage if they fail that or fail to drop the object. They take damage no matter what.
I don't think
He can't Constitution
No, if
through
it-
the pain because he can't take off the armor
Yeah,
in less than like
he
10
can't-
minutes.
Yeah, he can't doff the armor, so he doesn't get a save.
Oh. Hilarious. Well, in that case, first thing that happens...
Yeah, the Constitution is to keep the item and take the damage.
Oh, okay.
So now, that's the whole point of with the armor is you're not going to doff that anytime soon. You're just going to sit there and cook while I run away, where you can't hit me with this concentration-based spell
That doesn't need line of sight now.
if you want to. D&D Beyond, for all your D&D needs.
Yep. Disadvantage attack rolls and ability checks.
As he literally boils inside of his own armor.
Yeah, so the only bad thing is it technically eats Bob's bonus actions now.
I can choose not to cause extra damage.
True. You can just have that, and it's a big disadvantage as it's hot,
7.
but not scorching.
13 damage, and that's fire damage.
Okay. And so there's no save because
No.
it's division?
Because it's armor.
He's just in very hot
He's
metal.
in very
He's
hot
taking
metal armor.
damage.
That is specifically the big
But
thing with
this-
heat metal.
But this is 5th edition.
Yep, nope. Cook and book. If you get someone with metal armor, you can just set this, and there's no disengage distance too, so you can literally go across the continent. Doesn't matter. As long as you're concentrating, they keep burning.
You need to punch Bob.
Yeah, so long as he's there concentrating, he's going to keep burning.
And Bob now has the action just to
Yeah,
run away.
How much damage was it?
13.
Okay.
Fire. That matters.
It's one of the ways an all bard party can cause a lot of danger to fighters. Because just
Is that it for you?
Oh, no, I'm going to use an action to... Wait, that was an action to cast that spell, wasn't
Yes.
it?
Yes.
So I have a bonus action still this turn?
You do.
I'm going to burn him again? Says I can cause damage on a bonus action.
Subsequent turn.
Oh, dang.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that was close.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, am I standing directly next to him?
You are standing directly next to me as well.
Yes.
So if he wants to swing on you, there can be an Austin just in his way.
He can't.
Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my Brim of Flying,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to fly over the lava. How high is that?
So he makes his attack roll, his reaction to attack you.
I spend my reaction. He has to hit me instead.
He has disadvantage.
Because Austin's still dodging.
Nope,
No.
because he's in cooking armor.
Yeah, he's in hot armor.
No, that
19.
too.
That's
But it
gonna
could have
hit.
been a natural 20.
The 19 hits. I mean, the IC is only 24.
But I could have chopped off a limb.
I've got like 4 of those.
I don't know. Does your armor regenerate stuff like that? That seems like something it
Nope.
might do.
Not by raw.
I could have done it on
Okay,
his
so
sword, but he
19
would have just been unarmed.
He's going to...
Hits me though.
28. So that deals...
Oh god, Austin's taking damage. We all need to be afraid now.
I already took damage.
Oh yeah, you've been taking grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love how
I made him
we
eat a
are
few
your most
grenades.
damaging people.
I'm fine.
I might have thrown 4 or 5 grenades at him. Who knows?
Hold on. I'll tell you. You just saved an extra 14 or an extra 12 damage off of this. Because you brought him below half of his health. So he doesn't do his bonus damage.
That is something from Force and Myth.
Fourth of
Yeah. From Force,
17
Yeah,
slashing
fourth.
damage.
Fourth.
Is it
that I
magic?
missed.
It is magic.
Is the bloodied status.
Sometimes I wish you would stop putting so many marbles in your mouth before we come here, but no, you insist.
But I have speech impediment, Bob. You have to make fun of
Oh,
me.
wouldn't
I have
matter.
a disability.
I'm not allowed to reduce damage.
I don't know
use
how
my
you thought
reaction.
that was going to protect you.
Okay, so that
You make fun of
finishes
me for
you.
being a crazy person.
You're
but that's
fleeing
gotta
over
be
the
a
lava?
disability. Yes. For the record, I do have resistance to fire.
Okay.
You
But does your broom?
It's attached to my butt.
The real problem is you don't have a prone immunity.
That's true.
Yeah, but the melee
They
guy
have
can
to-
no
Come
longer
on!
hit you.
The third of
Yeah, just shows up.
That would have been bad.
Where over the lava did you go, I guess? I just put you random.
How high can I
Um,
go?
I mean, a little bit, but not... I mean, you're
A little bit. Like,
it's about 12 foot to the ceiling off of the lava.
okay, so I probably shouldn't go over the lava at all because I can't really.
Well,
You're on your broom. You're only taking like 4 feet of space. So yeah, you can...
Okay.
You feel safe over it that you're not going to...
Catch on fire?
Yeah, catch on fire.
Okay.
And that
then,
he can't
yeah,
get
I go
in melee?
back. I go back.
Back, like, over into this corner, into this corner.
This corner.
This corner. Because then you would actually see... Make a perception check.
It's a 2-legged hippo.
It's Clan Molder.
Oh, actually,
That'd be a lot worse.
for fuck's sake. 12, 21. Eh. Well, isn't he a fancy boy?
So you see in this room here that there are some other folks.
Folks?
People. To work for people.
Folks?
Yeah, folks.
Folks?
Says you folks.
Folks?
So you can kind of see them through that passage.
Unless they put an X in folks somewhere, it's folks.
stop hitting that L so hard. It's weird.
You're weird.
Fox.
That finishes you. You're finished. which makes that their turn.
The broom effectively lowers my movement speed.
4 psychic damage.
How much?
4. Half my paladin level.
4. It won't actually take all that long for her to go down.
With all the grenades that's hit her, yeah.
Yeah.
Now what?
Thunderwave doesn't push, does it?
Yes, it's a save or push.
I'm just thinking if I get back into that area versus this big guy and try to push him into the lava with Thunderwave.
He'd probably be pretty good at resisting it.
True.
It's a Constitution save, I believe.
Do you want to use your reaction to attack as he moves out of your space?
Moving away from him, I pulled out gun. Moving back, I would switch to sword. I am proficient in it.
So
But
you're
will
using
you use it?
the lady's short sword.
Yeah, it's the assassin's short sword. I will
Okay.
stab the assassin with his own short sword.
Not the assassin, the archer.
Oh,
The assassin is paralyzed of fear and cannot move.
Yeah.
it could theoretically do punches.
Yes, it cannot move from its space, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. 6 plus dex.
Just saying that assassin's awful petty.
They could surrender at any time.
I know.
6, 8. The magic weapon is a +1, I'm guessing?
No.
Really? Yeah? Okay.
But, you know, it's an easy equation, but they are bad at math.
6 plus 8 is 15.
Ooh.
14.
2 even numbers.
This guy. And do you?
And moving out of my
Yep.
attack range.
Mm-hmm.
That's a poor decision.
Yeah, sure.
That's- because you haven't chainsawed yet, which means that's a bonus action chainsaw.
Yeah.
That's a rev chainsaw.
But it won't be crit fishing.
Yeah.
No, he's still advanced. He's mounted.
He doesn't have the feet I do.
Yeah.
But he's over 5 feet above him, isn't he?
No,
That's about it.
we decided only actual spaces. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean if you're flying
Because otherwise
or mounted.
there's a feat for the other.
Oh. I wasn't here for this conversation.
Yeah.
That's as much power I have on my mount.
Yeah. Would that work with flying brooms? He is mounted
while
on the
mounted. If the creature is smaller than your mount.
21.
So if
in
the
the
creature
broom-
is smaller than the broom, 21 would hit.
Okay.
Yeah, in the case of the broom, it probably wouldn't work as well.
Broom probably at least medium. So you could
Yeah.
like knock, you know.
Broom is not medium.
It'd be like small.
It would be small.
Especially my broom. Which we're lucky isn't a vacuum, because I forgot about that joke. If I had remembered that joke, this flying broom would have been a vacuum.
Good movie. 43? 43?
Yep.
What about the flying?
Hold on.
Actual flying
Hold on.
circles.
Hold on. Nope, that's still alive.
Yeah, advantage on melee attack rolls against any unmounted creature that is smaller than your mount.
I feel like if you'd have done that first, might have been afraid when you tried using your
They also have to be unmounted, so that could create some weird shenanigans of somebody way smaller than you on a way smaller mount.
Is
that's
he trying to
still-
shoot me?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
So I was about to say, that's a lot of bullcrap. He moved really far to try to save his boss from getting a little hot-footed.
I am guessing that 14 misses.
That's correct.
21?
Hits.
Or 22 technically. 8 piercing damage.
Ha-ha!
Magical.
Got you good.
Yarok.
Welcome to Thunderdome.
Your evil
Breakfast
influence shall poison these good people no more. I'm going to attack him with my mundane longsword.
If you kill that one, there's a decent chance some of the others
Have
might.
you used the fire yet? Because you haven't
I
hit.
did.
Oh, I thought you hadn't hit.
I missed. And it's only your next turn.
Oh, okay.
And it goes away. And
I'll throw another grenade at you if it would help.
to be clear, he is smaller than large.
He's a medium.
Yes, then I get advantage. and I rolled a 5 instead of a 6. Does the, 14 hit?
No.
Alright. I make another attack.
He's wearing plate armor. Guess what his AC is?
Does
18.
So the 27 hits.
No. Yes.
That's important to me.
You made him sad.
Longsword, D8. 8 mundane slashing damage.
Ryan, you did remember to put your armor is magical right now, isn't it?
Yeah. But
'Cause
it's only 19.
Okay.
And
Yeah, you got like 22 or something.
I use a bonus action, athletics. I probably failed. I got a 1 there. Is that an automatic fail on skill checks, right?
No.
No.
Well, what's your bonus versus his bonus if
Yeah,
he gets one?
he has to oppose athletics or acrobatics against my.
He rolls a 19.
Doesn't he have disadvantage on ability checks?
He does
He
have
does.
disadvantage on ability checks.
I get a 9.
His bonus to athletics is +9. So.
Well, there we go. Then yes, he does not fall down.
As you just are slowly pushing
As he
him
looks
down
angry
on
at
his
you
face.
and occasionally glances over at the broom guy that is over the lava. Just, I could jump that.
Please do.
Yeah, seriously,
That
100% do
will-
that.
That
Make
will-
that skill
I mean,
check.
the possibility of that is that he takes you into the lava with him.
Oh no, I'll be fine. I get opposed athletics or acrobatics.
Is that it for you?
Yeah.
Assassin takes 4, it was,
Yep, 4 and the dash action.
and cannot move, so yeah, blah, blah, blah. 4 and still... So if they close their eyes,
They're
which
so
would
afraid.
obviously give them the blinded condition for the next turn, could they use that to be able to re-roll the save?
Nope.
I'm just gonna pretend you're not here.
What is it? Line of
Yeah.
They have to be line of
It's
sight.
a-
Line of
It's a lot,
sight.
lot like the monster underneath your bed.
Remember,
it doesn't go
it's
away.
his line of sight, not theirs.
Yeah, so if they close their eyes, their point of fear would no longer be in sight, so they might no longer get penalties on attack actions, right? They'd no longer-
Except for that eyes closed thing.
They'd no longer have disadvantage from frightened, but they'd be blind, so disadvantage.
If they don't get to re-roll their save, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get double disadvantage for being blinded and afraid.
No, it's still just the disadvantage from blinded now. They have changed their reason. If they would have take this back into their own court and say it's my choice to be at disadvantage, they could do that.
They also can hide underneath the blanket.
Does he flail at all?
What do you mean?
He can still take his attack action at
No,
disadvantage.
he can't.
Oh,
No, his action is being used to dodge, dodge or dash.
oh, okay.
He's dashing at 0 feet.
Oh, okay.
He can use his reaction if something would provoke it.
What if they have a blankie? Can they hide underneath the blankie?
Yeah, that's a magic item.
And that would cause a line of sight break.
Yeah, also gives them an advantage against fear effects because they have blankie.
Also, an invisible.
They
force
unfortunately
wall
do not have their blankie with them.
would also work.
They
Poor
forgot-
choices.
They forgot to carry their whoopee. That's
Poor life choices there.
So if I get high enough, can I grab the legendary whoopee of comfort and just be immune to all fear and discomfort?
Go ahead and attack
No
our
anxiety,
assassin,
no fear.
assassin boy. 17 hit him?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, bonus action, rough chainsaw.
Do that in the proper order next time. Don't roll your attack and then bonus action ref chainsaw.
If this doesn't kill it, he can still ref chainsaw to turn around on the other person.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but the point is now it's like he chose the I'm revving first rather than wasting the rev on.
If it doesn't hit, the rev isn't wasted.
Yeah.
No, it's wasted.
Oh, okay.
I thought it just kept revving till you swung.
No, that's not how we set it up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Something about it being not fair.
Because it's totally fair this way.
35.
Damage?
Yep.
It's as fair as most carnival games.
He looks very hurt.
Alright.
Round 2.
Like
Yeah,
emotionally.
that's an 18.
That kills him.
Awesome.
Yes. 2 hit points.
Reminder to all melee fighters, on any melee attack, when you down an opponent, you may choose to instead leave them unconscious and not dying.
Just a moment.
It is up to you.
Yes,
because
you would have to choose.
he needs it dead because he needs minions to help even up these numbers. Because a people just died.
Yep. So anyway, and I now get an accursed specter because he was a humanoid.
What the heck is this ability?
It's
Hexblade.
Hexblade.
One I never got to use last campaign because we never fought people.
Yeah, it's something that rarely comes up because we never fight humanoids.
Adam doesn't like murdering people.
Is it the ghost?
No, that's unseen servant that I have for that. I should probably use. Oh, I should use. You have a limit on how many of those you can have out at a time, right?
It's once.
Once. Okay. I know what that one.
Yeah.
There it is.
When you slay a humanoid, you can cause the spirit to rise from the corpse as a specter. Statistics are in the monster manual. I've got them written down. Gains temporary hit points equal to half my warlock level. So,
Where is that guy?
gets 4. When the specter appears, roll initiative.
Okay.
So,
He gets his own turn.
yeah, he gets his own turn.
His turn will come immediately following yours.
Okay, that's perfect.
Because he rolled Garbo initiative.
I don't care. I hate that they have in more modern rules. They've changed it to immediately following yours because it's so much easier
Are
to
you
keep
beating
track
a
of.
mouse over there or something? What the heck is
Take
squeaking?
that, mouse!
His
Take it!
acrylic boxes.
It sounds like you have tiny people screaming in terror. This is what Alderaan sounded like when it got blown up.
No, I'm pretty sure
You know
that movie
what?
was the boss.
Gains attack
We'll give it that
bonus.
little guy with the
Alright.
the bat dude.
Gains attack bonus equal to my charisma modifier.
Okay, so immediately following your turn.
It's true.
It's still my turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. I use my bonus action for rubbing chainsaw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Movement, I believe, is your remaining option.
Technically, reaction.
If you have a way to use it proactively.
Which you shouldn't because it's reactive.
Hey. As far as
Actually, what is it? Is it a reaction when a creature dies to make the specter?
no, it's just an effect that happens on their death.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not an action for the.
Is he dead or is he in death saving throws?
I mean, he would be dead.
So
As you park your ass next to the wall.
yeah, I'll go next to her. So still there.
She can run now. Oh no, she can't. 0 speed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, she's still next to me. All right, so
Just start patting her head, telling her what a bad girl she's been on.
I got 50 feet hover speed, so we'll come on over to her. Or no.
Send it after the orchard.
Yeah, send it after this guy. Send it after that.
The one who was not afraid.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and attack him with the
Oh, a little flying head.
Yes, it is.
life drain. So does 24 hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Forget, are these a fun one that do like strength damage?
This does necrotic damage. Oh, here they are. Like, where did my d6s go? So that's 10 damage, and must take a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Good.
Good? Okay.
What happens if
Or the hit point maximum is reduced by an equal amount to the damage taken.
Doesn't matter a whole lot for
these guys.
people with this short of a life expectancy.
Reduction lasts until the creature finishes a long rest.
What are you
When a creature's life expectancy is measured in rounds, a permanent.
I don't know what you're talking about. If they surrender, they get to live.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to take them back.
We carry them through the portals.
I mean, next level, I guess I could take Gaius and
Alright.
force
Yeah,
them.
that's it.
Champion.
Champion. He's a little hot under the collar, as I understand it.
That's true. He has disadvantage on a lot of stuff.
On all the things.
Come, fiend, face me.
Who's
He
he
suddenly-
shooting?
He has a gun.
He has a crossbow.
Who's he shooting, though?
You.
Why would he do that? That's
Because he
rude.
needs you to lose concentration.
That is so rude.
That's very rude.
Is what I'm going to say to him after I catch his bolt and throw it back at him.
Well, lucky for him, he missed.
15.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's a...
Gets to do it. 3 attacks with it too.
Loading property.
Yeah, it's a crossbow.
Multi-attack.
Evidently, he has whatever he needs to pull that off.
Yeah. So, does 24 hit?
Yep.
Uh, 8 piercing damage.
So I throw it back at him.
Key point.
I missed.
It does take key points.
Yeah.
Which you keep track of between the multiple
I
sessions.
actually have kept track of the key points pretty well.
Okay.
Like, key points and grenades I'm good at. I've got little tally systems next to them.
It's your health that you try to do in your head and forget to write down between sessions.
No, I'll leave it on my phone.
Oh, okay.
So as long as I don't have to use my calculator.
Which thus, with the 3 weeks of having to wait.
No, it was fine.
Okay.
I actually recorded that I took temp damage, but I had it in my phone that I had taken damage already, so...
Tana?
When I hit, was she already past there and hidden from her? No, I swung at her with my reaction. She probably saw that. Him, whatever.
Hey, it could be her. We don't know.
No, each time you say that, you talk about it, it'll correct you.
I'm totally a dude! You're gonna be dead! Totally a dude!
Stop
That
having
does not
such pretty
mean-
hair!
That does not mean that you do not get to respect my identity.
The option to
Just because you are killing me.
the option to not kill someone does not apply to range attacks.
No.
Gravestone was a pretty guy.
What a nice girl.
So I felt these guys are hard to hit.
You haven't really gotten that opinion.
No, they're
Not
not like
especially.
not like crazy. No.
Just keep
I'm gonna be willing to spend the 5 for
5
power
for
attack.
10 damage.
Mhm.
Good decision. Good decision.
They really should have surrendered.
They really should have.
They could be alive right now.
10. Yeah. So 20 already, plus 5 before I start rolling sneak attack damage. As I shoot him in the dick.
That's not cool, buddy.
I didn't ask how you wanted to do this.
I'm just saying, now it's a she.
The bat thing was up high. So
I get it.
Oh, God.
It's not a bat thing. It is like a specter. It is a full thing. That is just the...
And it's a ghosty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the shape of a flying bat head.
No!
He was
That
just
could totally hit
he's
ghosts.
a big RoboCops fan.
Is that it for you?
Actually, this guy looked pretty good. He's an accursed specter of this guy who was already a shady assassin man.
Okay.
How fast is he?
No, Rat Ogre, no.
Ooh, he's pretty quick.
Is he not coming?
No, you lost sight of him at some point.
Which way did he go?
You lost sight of him as the giant thing was filling the cavern.
Oh, I do have a passive of 19. I don't know if it's going to matter at any point, but that is my passive perception.
Is that a beast?
It's a foul beast.
Is it a beast as in monster type? Do I understand its motions as language?
No.
It is a
Adam,
monstrosity.
why am I
like
not
most.
back in the corner where I said I wanted to be?
What?
This... Yeah, we thought you
No,
wanted this.
I'm not. I'm like half. I'm not all the way back.
You mean like that?
Yeah.
Alright.
He
You
wasn't
had
in
me.
that
Yeah,
gap.
he left me like close to the edge where the beast could still reach me.
Yeah, he's as far back as he goes, so there's at least...
So long as it doesn't have a 15-foot reach, you're fine.
Yeah.
And it's not willing to go in the lava.
Anyways, that was its dash. Anyways, Yen.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and burn that guy for 48s.
48.
Yeah, sure.
I can do that.
Kill him. Whatever.
No, you can't.
11.
You monster.
14 fire damage.
See, the
That
real,
he just eats.
the real danger to Heat Metal is that just can keep going on. This man's dead. It's really just the, getting
Unless
there.
they can make him lose concentration.
Yes, unless you can make
Yeah,
him
that's
come
the way that you save him.
And then
from metal.
From heat metal. Yeah.
Because you still have attack actions now.
and then I'm going to throw grenades at that guy. At the guy who just burst through.
He's awful big.
Missed. And a natural 20, but let's do the missed one first. Okay, it moves 2 spaces away from him.
Is the beast smart enough to smack the item back or just smack it away?
He's had a small cylinder tossed towards him.
Does he simply spike it?
Or does he eat it, thinking it's candy? Luck check?
He throws it into the.
Okay, I'm guessing it doesn't hit anyone then. It moves 2 spaces, it's got a 5-foot radius, so no. Okay, the second one, I natural 20'd. So that hit him nice. Nice.
He did try to eat that one.
Yeah.
No, he was hitting this one and.
10, 18,
It's a frisbee. Catch it with your mouth.
27, 38.
That's a big grenade.
I crit.
Doubled
It
it.
is, and this is a high dice one.
40, 38, 42. And last one, 48 fire damage.
There's his 48.
What is it? Four?
Yeah, you asked for a 48. There you go. As per your request.
Does the big monster who just got soaked in fire look happy?
66.
Ah, there you go.
Now I'm going to move back to that other back corner.
Huh?
That one, yeah.
No, DM can handle an inspiration. I think he deserves an inspiration.
What's your intelligence?
12.
Okay.
Why?
Don't worry about it.
Oh
no.
You failed
no.
that check. Don't worry about it.
Oh
No
no.
attack. It's just, that finished you.
Oh, wait.
Archers.
I couldn't see. Yeah, never mind. I go back to the back corner. It's not that I didn't know. I can't see. Like, what are you doing?
10 feet.
Yes, where Adam was trying to put me.
Where you asked to go?
No, I didn't. I couldn't see that there was a space difference. I can't see that. I see the top of this and then lava. I'm hiding in the one safe place, apparently.
So that was Yen. Then goes. No, he's dead. 4 damage.
Yep, 4 damage.
Then goes Yarok.
Well, I can look at the one lady there and tell her to turn back now. Your time runs low.
Don't do it, Nork.
Look about you and choose well.
What's your intelligence?
11.
They're not going to surrender till he's dead and not telling them not to.
Yeah, probably.
I like the fact that he's going to be the last one to go down at this rate.
Yeah, okay, I'm trying to kill him, but I'm not really good at it.
No.
I'm working as hard as I can.
No, you're not. You threw the bombs at that guy instead of...
Strategical.
27 hits.
Yes.
Bang.
Eat mundane, eat one.
6 damage.
Yeah.
He takes 6 damage.
20 hits.
AC 18, full plate.
12 damage.
I thought great swords was 2d6s.
Long sword.
His shield. He has to have that
Yeah.
ward.
And athletics check.
Greatsword 2d6. That's what I have.
Yeah, he beat you.
He has disadvantage.
Oh yeah, he does.
I made 20.
So he is prone.
He is prone.
I just love the idea that
Bong!
no, you just slowly put the shield on their head. Just
Down.
Slow you down.
Get down.
And that finishes you. This one's dead.
Unless you want to move to give me space to maneuver.
You can get through there. Yeah, see, that's
Yes.
action, bonus action. Yeah, that's it.
The reason you couldn't before is because they were in the way.
Yeah, you're fine. Cardboard cutout isn't going to
Rin?
stop you.
Go ahead and look over at her and give her a slash. I'm not going to rub the chainsaw for her.
That poor lady has eaten so many grenades.
Like 2.
like
she's
4.
Is it 4?
Yeah, she's gotten hit by 4.
And a fireball. Though everyone's saying
Really,
that fireball.
she's a very strong.
She's strong, independent. Well,
22.
22 damage.
No, 22.
Oh, hits. Yeah.
Yeah, if she was an independent woman, she would have,
23
stood
damage.
down and not just followed what her man was telling her.
that might not be
What
man,
her
that's
slave
boss.
master is telling her.
Poor fellow.
You kill her too.
The point is, you can choose not to
Oh.
kill. When you rack up straight melee blow, you can choose to leave them unconscious and not dying.
Dead.
No. Someone doesn't like problems.
Remember, crusade.
Nah, that's fine. They were given fair warning. I can't really complain if you kill them. I mean, I'd show them mercy, but I'm just that sort. You are perfectly within your rights to kill these people who are refusing good parley.
Mm-hmm.
And consorting with demons. Fell.
Yeah. Mostly that is why Ryan would keep stabbing them.
Get up to this guy.
There's a big guy.
Big.
You hear explosions? Oh, something's going on over there. Better go. Iron guy!
Second attack.
It's probably a hell of a lot more like he showed up and I started going, Ren.
Help me!
Ran.
To be fair, he was about ready to jump in the lava to get at you. So this is giving him another target. He'll take the easier target before the lava. It's like the book has damage for lava.
Yeah, 20 d6s.
Nah,
yeah,
it's
well,
different.
5th edition.
Fifth edition.
Fifth
Fifth
edition's
edition's
lava
not
shouldn't be-
instant death.
5th edition, it shouldn't be actually dangerous lava.
It depends on how much you are, how much you are in it.
Which is objectively not the truth, it's lava.
You hit the surface of it, then explode.
20 hit him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it liquid?
Yeah.
I just want to know at level 9, am I allowed to run across it without taking damage because it's liquid?
I would allow you to run across it with taking the minimum damage.
Wait.
Yes, looking at lava
40.
because it's kind of important, right?
40.
40 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Any out of his area?
disengage.
He's going to come after me.
Now, Spectre.
Yeah, Spectre. He's got 50-foot movement. So he'll go 5, 10, 15, 20.
He can move through walls.
Yep.
Ghost power.
25.
Sure, as long as he doesn't end in...
He's a ghost. I'm pretty sure he could end in it.
I don't think so.
No, he can't end inside walls.
Ah.
He take force damage if that.
Improvising damage.
Yeah. We can go under.
So if you ever come back over here, you're flanking.
Yeah. That's it.
Wading through a lava stream is only 10d10. Submerged in lava is 18d10.
There you go.
So actually, more powerful if someone dunks you in lava than the old one, where it's only 20d6s.
Well, that was the rule. No natural phenomenon does more than 20d6 damage.
Mhm.
Yeah, 20 hit this guy, right?
Yeah.
And that gives us 12 damage. Necrotic damage.
Also, what is this thing's base con save that might be higher than its
Oh,
what,
yeah,
10?
yeah.
Is it just to make the damage permanent?
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
all it
matter.
does.
No.
Yeah.
Where'd the spirit go? Oh, it's way over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
flew through walls.
Oh, that thing's fast.
Yeah, 50 feet.
Yep, 50
Is that for it?
Yep, that's it.
It's swift.
He's not smart enough.
Not smart enough to not jump at him, or not?
No. We're on to the champion.
Oh,
No longer has anyone to save face in front of him. So there was a chance that he would take your offer at that point.
You can.
He's not smart enough.
He's to the death.
But there was a point where it's like, once he's no longer having to save face.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I give up. You're a dick.
You're still heating him, aren't you?
Yes.
He's still shooting at you.
That's just fucking rude.
Ooh.
22.
That meets.
gonna eat a key
6 piercing. We're gonna go through your key points.
That's fine.
We still have another big section of combat here for next time.
We can take a short rest.
All right, long rest. Right here in the middle of this.
point. I think we might be able to pull out a short rest. When I was looking at the door, does it open into this room or into the other? This way or that way?
Can we see hinges?
20.
I mean, it would open into the other.
Oh, okay. That means we can't spike the
27?
door.
27.
Damage?
To
To
hit.
hit.
Oh, yeah, hit, yeah.
Okay. What dice did I roll for damage?
It's a crossbow bolt.
It's a D8.
Yeah, I don't know crossbows. I don't use them. It's 8 damage. Unless there's anything magical, in which case he eats
Not for
that
that
too.
one. You're having him not use his magical item. He's trying to,
Because he knows how hard he is to he's just
and
not-
he's trying to get you to drop your concentration. So all I have to do is eat through all your key points. And
I could just throw a grenade at him if it would make him feel better. Which is what I say when I throw the thing back. Keep it up, I'm going to start throwing grenades at you.
21?
Miss.
As you say that. Tana?
Nobody in the room with you except me.
Go to examine the door. Does it have a lock?
It does not appear to, no.
Does it have handles over here or a barring mechanism?
It does appear that it probably has a bar on the other side. You are not sure if it is currently barred.
Is there anything sticking out on this side I could tie together to,
We're trying to bar the door from this side.
Okay.
I mean, if you have like metals, I mean, there are metal banding across. You could try and weld things on if you have.
What was
So,
it?
out of curiosity, if I spent an hour focusing on the metal of the door,
could
could I fuse it to a solid piece?
You don't necessarily care because you're very aware that there's got to be another way into the where they come
Those
from
things
based on
bite
what you
into
saw.
concrete floors to prevent
Because
the
you
door
saw a
from
person, so you know that's not the only
Well,
way
there you
into that
go.
other area.
Use some
You
of
do
your,
hear the giantness that is roaring.
Yeah, use some of your cryptocurrency to buy SWAT gear.
Yep, just go back to one of the urban centers and
Just conjure it.
give it, what, an hour was it?
Is this not an urban
Yeah.
center?
No.
On a different plane.
Although, officially speaking, I believe that there was also, GM could make exceptions for black market kind of things in other areas. And
Can I see any piece of them from here? There?
Yes.
Okay.
Easily. He's a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think you're on another plane?
Oh, okay.
We think...
You went into another plane and then back out.
Okay.
Any other time you've gone in and out of a plane, it always, once you go through the next portal from the outer plane, is back to this one.
Okay. We had an AB portal situation, not an AC portal.
Yeah, that would be your assumption based on every other portal you've ever gone to.
Okay.
12?
To hit?
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, probably physically, but it doesn't seem to hurt him.
That's fine. We'll take an action to try to identify it, though. What kind of check?
Huh?
Spending a bonus action to
Oh.
look at him.
Okay.
He's got monster lore kind of stuff.
Oh, it's a new monster.
That new monster, pulling out lore is a new check system they have.
Ah.
That should have been there.
It's always been there. Really, the new thing is me not having to think about what...
Oh, what a monstrosity falls under?
Yeah.
Due to the experiments of Clan Mold.
We'll call it a survival.
That was good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, not great.
So 17.
Oh, I am double trained in survival. It was rather I was double trained or not.
It's like it can't get much greater than that.
Yeah. 17, 24.
24? I mean, you gather that, just from a quick glance on it and things, that it is probably a beast that is coerced, burned, made to follow orders.
But no, rather it has any weaknesses or stuff like that.
No, nothing.
I can't yell at an element to people.
It doesn't like grenades.
It's not fond of eating grenades. It is discovered they taste poor.
That's my turn. I'll also give it to that champion for being chonky.
He's not. Nobody's attacking him. Except
Oh.
me.
True enough.
And Bob.
But even with the upcast, that's more of a disability than a damage dealer.
It will. It just takes a few rounds
Yeah.
to stack up. But he only started doing damage now.
I've hit him with a grenade.
The other point is he's not that chunky. He just hasn't been targeted much.
True.
Hasn't been a priority character for us to kill.
Okay, so it will attack at this little specter thing.
Doesn't have very high armor class.
11.
No, that actually misses.
20 something.
Yeah, that hits.
And then
More than one.
yeah, more than yeah.
What's it got?
So
12?
12 what?
AC?
Yeah, 12 AC.
That's one less than Eric had through the whole campaign.
So
I don't know how Eric didn't
14
explode. I allowed
slashing.
him to explode.
and then 14 slashing again. So
Panache
28
charisma,
slashing
man.
total.
Okay.
Pure storytelling plot armor.
Is her pretty bad?
Yen? Hold on.
Did you miss a person?
Tana, Gray.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot. He uses his bonus action. Stood back up. I forgot. I didn't. Stood back up. Wiped spit. And
All the sweat pouring off of him as you just smell roasting pork.
got a second wind.
Ah, there you go. He's a fighter.
I was like, wait a minute. I was waiting for his turn so he could second wind. Oh yeah, he shot and got bolts thrown back at him.
Oh, this guy's actually character class champion?
I mean, they have aspects of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're the ones from the Volos, I think.
Yeah.
So it is my turn?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so you take 6. 16 fire.
Bonus action. Just take 3 damage. So much for your second win.
Hey, he's still 4 up from what he was at.
Okay, I'll throw a grenade at him. Because he's officially annoyed me. So I hit him with well over 20.
You need it.
6. 13.
How low can I go?
18.
Hey, 15.
You take no damage. He takes 18.
I spend a reaction to take no damage.
Yeah, he takes 18.
Oh, your evasion's tied to an action?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It is not free.
Is he okay?
He is not.
You did not have an option to not kill him.
With your explosive, which is technically a melee attack, but he's choosing to throw it. So
Is it melee?
it's a melee weapon, but
Yeah,
it's a thrown.
explosives are.
It's a melee
Yeah,
attack
he-
action.
Yeah, no.
He's not letting
It's a
me-
melee weapon that he's using a ranged attack
Non-lethal.
Yeah, just like you're not allowed to punch an axe in someone's skull from 20 feet away and say, I was hitting them with a flat of that.
Nah, you gotta use a melee attack action.
Alright, now I'm going to throw another grenade at...
Right.
Well, that is the limit of the number of people I would have not killed.
I don't know. We still
16?
got Fancy Man walking around.
Misses.
Okay. By 4.
Where does he slap grenade?
3. So this is everything, so I don't even need
Yeah.
to roll.
It's like, and with his bad intelligence, he's going to make a check, and he does not think to show it, to get it back at you. That finishes you. They're both dead. Yarok.
Hey, you've yelled a lot about this gray thing. Did you tell us about the fancy man?
No.
No.
Shockingly, in the 20 seconds I've had...
Actually,
In the midst of combat, as you've been chucking grenades left and right.
I recollect my lance. And then move you.
By the way, was the champ's a longsword or a greatsword?
The one over there?
Yeah, I can
Long
still
sword.
use you as a block because I can move back and forth behind you.
Dodge action.
Rin.
Alright.
Because if it was a longsword, then you could have that and he could have a magic.
I like a Spectre Specter, he didn't have a shield.
Yeah.
Rev chainsaw.
Nobody'd use a longsword and just not have a shield. That's ridiculous.
Silly.
It's great sword to go home. Or shield.
Two-handed or sword and board.
Nah, exactly.
Obviously, the correct choice is rapier or finesse builds for barbarians.
I now see why you put him where you did.
Yep.
Flanking.
Yeah, no. Ryan is has a tactical mind
Tactical genius.
that I don't have. It bothers me.
Does 11 hit?
11 does not.
Yeah.
Did you roll 3 dice and
Get
get
that.
out 11?
Yeah. I got
Finally!
3 5s. It's pretty good.
That's a Yahtzee. It's got to be worth something,
Now
right?
it's 3 of a kind.
Yeah, 3
God,
5s.
it's like you've never played Yahtzee before.
Hey.
Yahtzee's anytime you roll any number of dice and all the numbers match.
So every time you roll 1 dice, it's a Yahtzee?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yahtzee!
That's a
Yahtzee!
Yahtzee!
Yes!
That's a Yahtzee!
That is,
You were like celebrating
So-
such a meager Yahtzee. Yeah.
21.
21 would hit.
No,
Damage.
21 damage.
No, I hit.
Okay. Well, what'd you get?
That's 22.
Yeah, okay. So 21 damage.
Hey, you could be like these two, and 22 is maybe not enough.
And he is going to claw at that guy.
As a reaction?
Yep.
Okay.
He goes into a bloody rampage.
And he rolls
16
slow.
hit?
Yep.
$18 slashing damage.
He's got 4. He's gone.
He dealt over 20 damage. He
Nope.
was great for that.
Alright, I don't need that back.
You'll get it when you rise another Spectre.
Yeah.
Which won't be today.
Nope.
Nope.
Um,
Or at least not until I take a nap.
Tana. Come on, let's help mop this up. We're over time.
Yeah, his AC is too high to risk that. 12 plus 9.
21.
21.
Hit.
I don't think his AC is that high.
It's 19.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh. That's pretty high.
Oh, well, you were in the middle of my turn.
16.
Yeah.
Run away.
$33.
Damage?
Yeah.
He comes over here. That's the rule.
Yeah, stand next to your portrait and just same pose.
Back up, hide.
You don't get the feeling this thing has ranged attacks.
No, it's so I can get the advantage to use bigger numbers next time.
1 minute. It should be close to running out.
Mm.
That finishes you.
Yep.
So Tana is... As it lets out just the most blood-curdling scream and growl.
That's fucking rude.
I hate you, grenade man.
Yeah,
Do so much.
I need my grapple rules.
It's a pose athletics / acrobatics. Defender gets to choose.
Isn't roll to hit involved?
Special melee attack, so he's got to hit his AC first.
Yeah.
So 23.
Yep, that hits.
Then it will be his athletics versus your athletics or acrobatics.
I'm going to take acrobatics, surprisingly. Literally no one.
You may choose your defense. If you win, you get the grapple condition, yada yada yada, move into one space, disadvantage on attack rolls. Yada,
That's
yada.
fine. I'll need advantage on that.
May move you up to half his movement, yada yada.
No, you try and seize the target by making a grapple check. I was like, I didn't think it was 2 rolls. So that's 23 is his athletics that you have to beat with your acrobatics.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty weird for 5th edition to require 2 rolls.
I was like, that would be unusual.
Maybe that's
As
for
you can
special
tell, by the way,
monsters.
he is grabbing you in air and he is going down to the lava.
That could become very dangerous very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have Terminator over here.
17.
26?
So he grabs you and starts going down, and you manage to wrap your way out as he takes 18d10 fire damage.
Is he okay?
He's dead,
Did you roll the damage?
but
That could just be 18 damage.
I don't think he's got 18 health left.
okay, let's start doing this because
Hey man, cross those T's, dot those
these
I's.
guys. First one was a 9. That's enough extra over that the rest of them being 1s. He's dead. It's
And
like,
then he explodes, covering Bob in
Yeah.
gore.
I mean, just think of how
No.
cool.
no,
it'd be if
he
survived.
sinks burning into the lava.
I mean, just think how cool it'd be if he survived that. What a great story he'd have to tell.
As he's
But
waist
you
high-
avoid your 18d10 fire damage by,
I
with a
imagine-
single roll.
I imagine you that wouldn't have been.
I rolled a 99 on that.
So that's a lot of damage.
Thanks for double checking the math. He's
That's
dead.
a
You're
lot of
correct.
damage.
Otherwise, we're gonna freeze this combat here. Y'all want to do your cryptocurrency checks? Sure.
Yeah.
4.
2, 4,
6.
6. Come on. Roll an 8.
Actually, I did.
Hey, who do we appreciate? Us.
Me.
Us.
Join us next time for more.
Why didn't you tell me to roll a 10? You suck.
2, 4, 6, 8. It's
Yeah, but why don't you care about my happiness?
you still got more than everyone else.
That's true.
I still have less
Anyways,
than everyone else.
You
No,
still
you don't.
you still haven't gotten through this dungeon, so you still don't get your level yet.
I think
May-
we should.
maybe next
we
time.
We bought a bunch of stuff.
Maybe next time. Join us for that. Bye.